Coverage of this league seemed to be put on an effective hiatus, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with more coverage of the Indian Premier League as RCB Royal Challengers Bengaluru take on CSK Chennai Super Kings. Beautiful evening here as we get set to get underway. We go first, of course, to the coin toss. CSK calling heads, and the result is going to be in their favor. And the decision here from CSK is to bat. So with that, we're ready to get underway. It is May 1st. The Indian Premier League, the IPL, has returned to the ULTRASPORT network, and we are ready to go with Conway on strike for the Super Kings, as you can see here. Josh Hazelwood will be the first bowler for RCB. And with that, we are ready to go. First delivery coming in. And this is going to go towards mid-wicket as this match gets underway. I want to apologize in advance for any possible technical difficulties that occur during the course of this match. That could be LBW, and it is given! And with just 2 balls, already a dismissal. This is the sort of shocking start you see often here in the IPL. This is LBW this time. And we'll see whether or not they review it, but I think he's just going to take the wicket. Conway out for a duck, face down, 2 balls, no runs. And he'll be replaced by Ajinkya Rahan as the first over continues. CSK won the title in 2023, most recently in a thrilling contest that was marred by rain. Perhaps one of the most exciting matches of T20 cricket ever played. However, this is going to be, as per ULTRASPORT rules, 5 overs per innings. A bit of a condensed version of the game. Each team will only get 5 overs to bat. And this is going to be a single as Rahan opens the scoring. Gaikwad now on strike for CSK. 2 balls to go in over number 1. This is going to go offside. Throw him back to the keeper. And 1 more for this over. Again offside. And at the end of the first over, it's a bit of a rough start for CSK. They're 1 for 1 here against RCB. Mohammad Siraj now coming in, the right arm fast medium bowler for RCB. Rahan will be on strike as we see the first delivery going offside. Doesn't go very far, going in the direction of forward point. Next delivery here was going to go towards the stumps. Instead, it's gone between mid-wicket and mid-on. And this will also be no ball. So an extra run there, as well as the single. And he's hit this behind the pitch. And it is the first boundary of the match. As we will take a look at this here. Two balls gone. Well, 3. 1 was no ball in this second over. This goes offside and going towards third man and is stopped just before the boundary. This is going to be 2. As Gaikwad remains on strike. CSK with a run rate of 6 at the moment. Bit of a short delivery here. This has gone straight to the keeper, and it is given. Another man dismissed for CSK. And we'll see if they decide to take a look at this again. Here's a look at the replay. Keeper in the right place at the right time, and Muraj Gaikwad is dismissed. Moeen Ali coming in now, bowler for the English national side. We'll see what he can do. CSK still looking to get above double digits, and they're not going to do it here. Went right to the foot of the other batsman, sort of interrupted the course there. One delivery remaining in over number 2. And at the end of the second over, CSK 2 wickets, 10 runs.
End of the second over. The batting team are now to the team.
Harshal Patel in now to bowl for RCB. Light arm, fast medium bowler again as we enter over number 3 of 5. Current run rate for CSK is 5 runs. And if they keep that up, their score at the end will be 25. RCB doing a good job in keeping the score down here. I believe we've only had one boundary so far in this match. However, that could change here. This has gone soaring away. And that is going to be 4 runs. The CSK look to change things up here. Get into a good scoring rhythm. It's something they will certainly need. 4 runs there from Moeen Ali. Next delivery here. Again, he manages to sweep through, send it in the exact same direction, and it's 4 more runs here for CSK. Good start to the match for Moeen Ali. As we see the replay here, halfway through over number 3. Can he do it again? Goes towards square leg this time, doesn't make it out of the inner circle. 2 balls to go in over number 2. Oh, this has hit him. Is it LBW? Umpire says no. I had a feeling that would be the response. This would be the second LBW dismissal, I believe, of the match, but they're not going to pursue it any further. And at the end of over number 3, CSK,
End of the third over.
2 for 18.
The batting team are now 2 for 18.
Akashdeep, the next bowler for RCB, as we begin over 4 of 5. 12 balls remaining for CSK, who have, I'll say this, their innings could have been much better. And at the current run rate, the projected total is a final score of 30. And I think that with just a prediction here, with 11, now 10 balls to go, that it's going to be quite an easy chase later this evening for RCB. And that this one will be over very quickly if CSK continue to have this low score that they've had. This goes offside, however, and that, I believe, has gone all the way. Maximum there, the first one of the match, and now CSK perhaps turning the tide. Let's see this again. It goes down just at the boundary, just over, because when that came down, I was wondering, is this going to be a 6 or a 4? But it came down just past it in order to be a maximum. And again, he sweeps this up into the air, into the grandstand. There's no disputing that. And now CSK have a sudden burst of energy. Here's a look at this once again. Up in the air and down on the grandstand. 12 runs from 2 balls, and just like that, the Super Kings total at 30. However, this one isn't going to go very far. It's quickly swooped up. I believe that was Josh Hazelwood at deep mid-off. And the final delivery of over number 4 coming in now. Bit offside. And it's just going to roll past these two fielders for a CSK single. Super Kings 2 for 31 with 6 balls remaining in the innings. They may be able to turn this around after all, as Shabazz Ahmed comes in for RCB, left arm finger spin bowler. First spin bowler of the match. We'll see if this changes things up. Sweeps through, sends it towards square leg, and Rahan is going to get it. I believe it's 2 runs. No, it's a single. My apologies. More following the trajectory of the ball than where the runners were going. Moeen Ali is back on strike. 9 from 8 balls so far. And this will go behind, past third man for 4. So I think this is going to be a bit more difficult than RCB initially thought, than I initially thought as well. Because the Super Kings in the late game here are starting to up the numbers. There's 4 more here for the Super Kings as we take a look at this again. Directions there being given. Halfway through the last over in this heavyweight clash. CSK and RCB, two of the most iconic franchises in the IPL, going at it here tonight. Next delivery to Ali. And this will be easily stopped. Well, maybe not easily, but not that much effort required. Last delivery of the innings. CSK will end up with a total of 2 for 40. Can RCB beat that? We'll find out when we come back. The IPL on ULTRASPORT continues after this. So CSK finish 2 for 40. Devon Conway out for a duck LBW after just 2 balls. Ruturaj Gaikwad dismissed with a catch from Karthik. 6 runs from 5 balls. Rahan had 16 from 11, and Ali one more than that after facing down 13. And with that, we are ready for RCB to step into the crease. So let's go back to the pitch. And it's going to be South African Faf du Plessis on strike first for RCB. Deepak Chahar will be the first bowler for CSK. 41 runs needed for RCB to take home the victory here tonight. They've got 30 balls to do it. Away we go. And this is going to go back towards fine leg. However, not as far as perhaps they would have hoped. It is 2 runs to start off from du Plessis. Patidar, his partner, in the crease on the other end of the pitch. Here comes Chahar once again. Bit of a short delivery. This is sent towards square leg. Picked up there. And that's going to be a single. Patidar now on strike. And this again sent in that square leg direction. It's going to be stopped just before the boundary, but now he's got to go and pick it up. Job better done with 2 men, as this will yield 3 runs. Not 4, but 3 for RCB. Good start for the Royal Challengers here. This one sent towards the wicket. That is to say, would have gone close to the stumps. Long delivery there, Yorker. Now the next delivery from Chahar. Again, goes a bit long. Goes right to the keeper. As we see this again. And 1 delivery remaining in this first over for RCB's batting innings. And this sent towards fine leg will be 1 run sent back to the bowler. Single to make it none for 7 for RCB at the end of the first over of 5. Mustafizur Rahman in now for CSK. Left arm, fast medium bowler. RCB's required run rate to win 3.50. And this going towards the boundary is going to go all the way. He couldn't catch up at long leg. That'll be 4. First boundary of this innings, although they've gotten close a couple of times. Next delivery here to Duplessis. Bit of a short one going towards leg side. It's going to be a single. Set back to the bowler. Away it goes. 4 more. Patidar with his first boundary of this match. Facing down his second ball. 25 from 21 needed. RCB doing a good job in the early going here. Contrast that with CSK. I was saying earlier that I thought this was going to be an easy chase. Super Kings were able to get the numbers up in the late game and make this a bit more of a challenge for RCB, but it is a challenge that they so far have risen to. 23 runs needed from 20 on a pretty good pace here, as this is going to go for a close single. Back to the bowler's end. 1 delivery remaining here in over number 2. As RCB look to get past 20. Into the air it goes. How far will it go? All the way. And at the end of the second over, RCB none for 25. What a way to finish off over number 2. Let's see this from Duplessis. Into the air. And there was no way that was going to come down anywhere before the boundary. Shardul Thakur in now. Patidar on strike for RCB. No dismissals so far. The opening partnership has remained strong in the crease. Contrast that with CSK, who had a couple of early wickets, including an LBW. 16 from 17 needed to win here for RCB, and now things might be slowing down a bit. That's sent to forward point. 2 balls, no runs. Short delivery there. Catch is going to be made, and there is the first dismissal. Patidar will go to the back as CSK pick up the first wicket. Here's a look at this once again from the first-person camera. And the catch is made to send Rajat Patidar out of the crease. But now things are going to get interesting, because the world-famous Virat Kohli now into the crease, going up with Faf du Plessis as his partner. Probably. Oh! Oh! He's gone! Kohli dismissed. And now the bowler's on a hat trick. Golden duck for Virat Kohli. Well, in the IPL, we see a bunch of unexpected twists in every game, and it is MS Dhoni to make the catch. And Kohli out for a golden duck. Bowler's on a hat trick. Here comes the Australian Glenn Maxwell. Can he survive? It's just star after star sent into the crease here. Are they going to fall by the hand of Thakur? No, this has gone out of the keeper's hands, and it's going to be a single. And Glenn Maxwell manages to survive, unlike Virat Kohli. That was unexpected. But he's gone. And this is safe. And Deshpande now into the attack for CSK as we enter the fourth over. At the end of over number 3, RCB 2 for 26. They're above the required run rate to win. Can Maxwell and du Plessis propel them to victory here? Roar from the crowd as this goes through to the boundary. And now I think the end may be near. Here's a look at this once again. 11 from 11. 30 runs total. Look at this! Into the air. Where's it going to come down? In the grandstand. And that's 6 more, putting RCB on the path to victory. 5 runs needed now. As we take a look at this once again, he scoops that straight into the air. Into the night sky. And down it goes. 6 runs for RCB. 95 meters there on that maximum. 5 from 10. If Maxwell does that again, they've won the match. He's going to do something close. It's a boundary. And now the scores are level. All they need is a single. Here's a look at this once again. As we come to what will most likely be the final delivery. Bit of advice there from the keeper. 1 from 9. Victory virtually assured for RCB here. The delivery to Maxwell, and this is going to be stopped by Dhoni. So they will manage to prolong the inevitable to a great roar from the crowd. And look at this. Perhaps despair, perhaps relief. 1 more. Yes, that is going to be all. Sent racing towards the boundary. It'll go all the way. And it is RCB, the victors tonight. We thank you for tuning in as the IPL has returned to ULTRASPORT. We'll be back on Monday. Until then, we say goodbye, good night, and thank you for tuning in. RCB win by 3 wickets.